Whoa, jingle! Happy time has just begun. Brother, sister, smart, dumb, fun. Yeah!
And what is it you're wearing there? What is that big floopy thing
It's
you
my
have on?
giant Snuggie. I don't have a special name for them. I don't know what it is, but completely unflattering. Apparently.
Yeah, that's
Jenny, I'm Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman after menopause. There she is, doing the turn with her Pusheen kitten Snuggie, whatever the fuck that thing is called.
It's Pusheen, and it's got macarons on it, and it's basically a carpeting with a hood.
Yeah, and it's your cozy carpeting. Okay.
It's my cozy carpet. I'm taking my cozy January to the extreme. So
You're embracing the things that we said you should do in January, the cozy time. You're embracing it.
oh, it's got a pocket. So
Oh, so you can put things. You can put your candy bar in there. I love that for you.
Jenny, you can put a whole like pack of Oreos in there. So
You put all the cookies in there. That's fantastic. Yeah, here we are, you guys. It's Sunday, and it's so very January. We got off early. We got off really lucky this last couple of weeks because the weather's been amazing. When I woke up, I went to bed Thursday night, and it was 45 degrees. And when I got up, it was 59 degrees. So yeah. And then when I got out of school, it was 39 degrees. So the weather was shit show banana pants on Thursday into Friday. And then it snowed yesterday and snowed last night and it's cold and windy today. So yeah. Climate change. We see you. We just want you to know we see you. Okay. Yeah.
see.
Yeah. So here we are on a Sunday, and we got big things to talk about today because Anne, and this is I'm just going to jump ahead. My smart dumb fun thing this week is that the NFL football playoffs have begun. The national semifinals for collegiate national NCAA football were completed this week. It will be Miami versus Indiana in the national championship game a week from Monday. So jazz hands for sporting. So I know that's not something you're necessarily interested in, but that's why we're here today. We're here to learn because you can learn things about stuff when you watch the Brother Sisters. And we cover it all. We have all interests. Well, at least between the two of us, we have all the interests. So
I'm reading a book on owls, so you guys are going to get a lecture on owls pretty soon.
Joy. I had a dream about owls the other night. I kept dreaming that I was seeing the what are the owls from up north, the white ones?
Oh, the snowy owls?
Yeah, I kept dreaming that I was seeing snowy owls. It was kind of cool, but it was like, am I dreaming or am I not dreaming? I was dreaming. So, I also have had a bunch of tornado dreams this week too. So, and I haven't had those in a while. And these were really good ones. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll have to find somebody that's a dream interpreter and can, interpret my tornado dreams. So,
Jenny, that'd be so fun.
I know, right? Hey, Brother Sisters Nation, if you know anybody that's a dream interpreter, let us know. We'd love to have them on the show. So there you go. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Super fun.
Yes. So super fun indeed. So spent some time, running around the state today, watching some football, doing some things and some stuff. So we're ready to talk sportsing. So before we get started on this topic, okay, let me just tell you where the word sportsing came from in my vernacular. Lisa Lee, if you are out there watching, thinking about this came from you when I think we were at a Super Bowl party together and you were like, yay, I'm sportsing today, because sports I know is not your thing and you were a good sport about it, but you coined the term sportsing, and I think you've coined the term sports balling. So yeah, so that's what we're talking. So today's show is all about what to do when you're not really a sportsing person, or you think sports are dumb or a waste of time or whatever. All those are you can have those feelings, absolutely. But how to survive certain what I call the four sportsing hells for people that don't like to sport, but you get caught in some sort of sporting situation, how to make it either A, more enjoyable for you, or B, less enjoyable for them, therefore more enjoyable for you. So there you go. Okay, that's what today is about. So yeah, there we go. So yeah, happy Sunday, you guys. Should we just dive right in, Ann Brothers?
Let's do it.
All right, let me bring this baby onto the screen. There it is. I'm going to turn that thing off right there. There it goes. All right, Sports It with the Brothers Sisters. Ann, would you like to take us through today's introduction?
I would be happy to, Genny Brothers.
Fantastic. Awesome. All right, let's have it.
All right, we are Ann and Janice Brothers. We are sisters, and our last name is Brothers. Our husbands are not brothers.
No, not related in any way. They're not even cousins. So
they're not related at all, and also their last name isn't Brothers.
No.
No.
So, no.
I loved it when I was teaching, and my students would ask me about Mr. Brothers, and I was like, "You mean my dad?"
It's funny how often I get mail or we get like Christmas cards and stuff that are to Genny and Joe Brothers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That happens to us too. I was like, anyway.
That's a boy. Yeah.
We are in our 50s, which means we're Generation X, and which also means in just 6 easy lessons, you can entertain all of your party guests with your new home organ. That is not a euphemism, ladies and gentlemen. When we were growing up, there were piano and organ stores in malls, and some dude would be hanging out front at the organ, showing you how easy it would be to play, and that you could entertain at your party. So yeah, home organs were a thing when we were growing up.
Do you remember the commercials where they would have like you could buy like a booklet that would take you all through the organ things that you could do all the things and you could play on your organ? God, the 70s were fucking awesome.
I know, and you could pay for it COD, which was cash on delivery. So you'd literally hand your mailman some cash. I know. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's so weird when I look back to that time and there were so many things on TV to buy for that. It was like, everything was COD or mail a check or money check or money order or cash on delivery. And so it's just like those concepts are so weird now. And yeah, there were organs everywhere. You go to somebody's house and it felt like everybody had an organ in one of those rooms. The music room, the office, the living room, the kitchen. It didn't matter. There was an organ somewhere.
Yeah, I know. And now it's like, wow, what were we thinking?
We were thinking there's always room. What we were thinking at, it was the 70s, and the 70s is like this weird, there was room for every type of music in the 70s. It didn't matter what it was. It could be trumpet, flute solos, or an organ solo.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Yeah.
So, lots of people had organs, and you could learn how to play it in just 6 easy lessons. So, anyway.
Yeah. I'm remembering the commercial where they were playing the Pennsylvania polka on the organ.
Oh my gosh. Yes, because who doesn't love that at a party? Actually, I would kind of love that at a party. That would be hilarious.
Well, yeah, it kind of, it goes back to there was this place in Denver called the Charlie Brown Bar, and I admit I don't even know if it's still open. And they used to have this guy who I'm pretty sure was 1,000 years old, and it was a piano bar. You could literally go and sit at this guy's bar, and he would play piano, and everybody sang. And it was really fun. I'm like, you could do that at home with your home organ. So. Okay, I can't help it. Every time I say home organ, I'm like, you said organ.
Exactly. Well, I thought of this one. I was like, oh, this is gonna be interesting.
Yeah, I love that. So okay, sorry, that was good. Okay, keep going.
Well, we're not cool. Actually, we talk about fun stuff, dumb stuff, and smart stuff, or any combination of the three, as you just heard. And Genny and I are not cool, hip, or sexy. No. We know this because we love eating too much.
That's right.
It really just comes down to that.
Yeah, that's going to come up a lot today, just to be clear. And the fact that we talked about your cozy sweatshirt as being able to fit an entire sleeve of Oreos in there is, it's a testament to who we are and what we do. Because instead of thinking that we are cool, hip, and sexy, I just think it's cool that you could fit all of the Oreos into the pocket of your cozy giant sweatshirt thing.
Yeah.
So
exactly. So that's never going to change. As long as we think about food as much as we do, Genny, we will never be cool, hip, or sexy. So
correct. I would totally agree with that. Yes.
We are not a true crime, celebrity, or influencer podcast. We are the emotional support animals of podcasts.
Yes, Queen. Yes, Queen. I love it.
Yes.
Yeah.
We've been told we're good to listen to when you want to learn things about stuff and you need something fun to listen to while you're struggling through your New Year's resolutions.
Yeah,
Something to
it's
distract you from the food that you're not supposed to be thinking about.
Yeah, as a former New Year's resolver and somebody that has deprived myself of many things through the years, the first week is easy. You're going into grind time, which is week 2 and 3, and one of two things is going to happen. You're going to give up, or you're going to be like, I can go one more week. So I encourage you to whatever you do, just relax, just take a deep breath, be nice to yourself, don't beat yourself up, and for fuck's sake, put your scale in your closet. Okay?
Exactly.
So
Actually, don't
yeah.
own a scale. It's okay.
It's okay. The hard part about being a chick and having a scale is that you will torture yourself with that number. And I was fortunate enough to be in a show a number of years ago. I was an understudy in a show, and the women, it was this great show. It was called That Woman Show. It was called a broad comedy. It was basically these two middle-aged women who wrote this little two-woman show. And I got to understudy for a little bit in it. And they do this really fantastic bit where this woman is checking in at Weight Watchers. And if you've ever spent any time in Weight Watchers, that's how you get your foot in the door. The first thing you do is you get in there, you weigh in, you get your sticker book out, they sticker you up, and then you go and sit in your meeting. And so this woman is weighing in, and it did not go well that week. And so she's like stripping down. She like takes off. Oh, she's like, oh, I forgot to take off my shoes. Oh, and then she takes off the shoes, puts down the purse, the pantyhose, then the shirt comes off, then the skirt, then finally she takes out her contacts. And in the end, she's like, she gained 4 pounds of water. And that's the problem is that, especially as you start to go through, perimenopause, the scale is rough. So you have to find other metrics to keep you from going insane. So if you're trying to take care of your body in a better way, find other metrics besides the scale. Make your metrics what you can lift, how long you can hold that plank compared to what you used to do, how long you can run an interval compared to what you used to, how long it takes you for your heart rate to go from 0 to 1,000. Those are the metrics that you could be looking at instead of looking at the scale, because the scale is a fucking liar. So there you go. And remember, one other thing you need to remember, ladies, especially if you're starting to lift weights and you're building muscle weighs more than fat. So give yourself a break. And like I said, take that fucking scale and put it in the closet for a while. Okay. Good talk.
Okay.
All right. Anyway, sorry.
All right. Anyway, as you have not already guessed, we are not a GPG or even PG-13 podcast because we've already said the word fuck a bunch of times. So There you go. Now you know, and you've only been 12 minutes into this, so now you know whether or not you should stay. You should stay.
You should absolutely stay, but just so you know, we're just getting warmed up. This is good. This is going to be this is a harbinger of things to come. Just so you know,
Exactly.
It's going to be like that today.
Yeah. You can join us on Spotify, on Apple Podcast, iHeartRadio. Oh, Spotify isn't doing ice commercials anymore, just in case.
Yes, because fuck ice. Sorry, I said that out loud. I know we don't get political, but I can't help it. It just spilled out.
Yeah, exactly. You can join our website, YouTube, Amazon Music. You can like us, hit the bell, follow us, give us a review. If it's a mean review, we're probably not going to read it, but you can do that. Give us your feedback with our questions and answers and our polls, and you can ask Alexa to play us. And darn if she won't do it.
Oh, by the way, Amazon has done their upgrade on Alexa. So Alexa's got new AI. So she's like really sharp now. She's got a new voice and she's super perky and she's fun to talk to. And when you ask for something and then you say, hey, thanks, she'll be like, you're welcome, Janice. So, yeah, it's really great.
Well, it'd be nice if she could learn your name. If she was so smart, she should learn your name. She should learn her master's name.
Yes, well, yeah. Okay, that's right. I'm currently her master, supposedly. Okay,
supposedly.
All right. Yes, and don't forget you can support the Brothers Sisters for absolutely free. You don't even have to give us any money. Just like, follow, subscribe, leave a review on Spotify, which is no longer playing. iSad, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music. Put the word out to your friends, family. Tell them to like us, follow, subscribe as well. Yeah. Sharing is caring, and it's for free. You ain't got to do anything. It's great. All right, let's talk about the smart, dumb, fun stuff we did this week. And why don't you kick it off with those cute little things we got sitting there?
Exactly. I have some smart dumb fun this week, and it is my emotional support capybaras. So it comes with 5 little different individual capybara stuffed dolls, and then it comes with a little booklet that tells you about each of them and what they're all about. So this little guy here, it's got a little like tomato or pumpkin on its head. This is Sunny, and Sunny keeps it real by keeping it simple. With a iconic cheery smile, Sunny is a ray of sunshine that will brighten up your day. So these are my capybara, capybara, capybara. I can never do it. I can never see this.
They are, in fact, emotional support capybaras, and they are part of a line of emotional support, whatever. So,
yeah. So I'm very excited about this. And then Genny also, with my emotional support capybaras, she got me a capybara experience at this little farm/zoo up in the northern part of Michigan, where I can go feed capybaras carrots for half an hour and pet them. So I'll be looking forward to that in May and June. And until then, I have my little teeny capybaras to help me with my emotional support abilities.
That's right. You need emotional support capybaras in the middle of January when you live in the northern tier of the United States of America. Huzzah.
All right. And they all fit in my pocket.
They do. That's the best part. They can be squished up into smaller. Yes. So you can carry them wherever you go. So hooray for that.
Hooray for that.
All right, so my smart dumb fun thing this week, of course, it has everything to do with what we're talking about. The NFL playoffs started last night, and there was both games last night were banging, and of course, the the NCAA football championship playoffs or semifinals were this week, and so that was pretty exciting. And who knew that Indiana would have a really good football team this year? Absolutely nobody. Nobody knew that. So. Yeah, they dismantled the Ducks on Friday night, and yeah, I know. Sorry, Oregon Ducks, you got whacked. You are ducked. All right, all right. So let's talk about let's go ahead and discuss sportsing for all. There we go. Okay. All right. So I'm going to sort of take over. I'm going to kind of hog the air here, and feel free at any time to both ask me questions or interrupt with your always witty commentary. Are you ready?
I'm ready. I have my emotional support capybaras, and I'm ready to listen to sportsing.
Let's go. Okay, so first off, you guys, let's do why sports are good. So, of the brother sisters, I am absolutely the jock of the family, and for no particular reason. I just knew when I was really little that I thought sports were cool, and I was good at them, and I really liked it, and this is what I'm going to do. So, sports good. These are the reasons that sports are a good thing. That they promote physical health, they promote mental well-being, they promote teamwork and skills. Discipline and goal setting, and community and belonging. Those are all the really great things that sports can bring. And, they automatically, if you get into a group of people, a lot of times you can talk sports. Like if nothing else, you'd be like, oh, those Lions really shit the bed last night. Oh, yeah. Or those Lions are amazing. So there's always something to talk about. When I worked in Minnesota, people after the Minnesota Vikings, whom I hate, would win a football game. Everybody would wear their purple or the Minnesota shirts, which gross. Which hurt my feelings because as in, I don't like those other NFC North teams. Sorry, everybody. I'm a Lions fan. I'm not sorry. Okay. So those are the things that sports are good. Unfortunately, in America, and probably worldwide, we have warped sports into this horrible thing. And so there's lots of bad things about sports. First off, if you're an athlete, you're always risking injury. People ask me all the time what separates sports from games. So like, is golf a sport? I've heard that all the time. And the answer is yes, golf is a sport. Anything where you risk injuring yourself is a sport. So car racing, golfing, tennis, anything where you risk serious injury. There was I think it was the Chicago game last night. Man, some linebacker broke his ankle on live television, and we all saw it, and it was gross. It was bad. I mean, this dude, his foot went the wrong way. The wrong way. Ooh, yeah. Anyway, so that's bad. Burnout and stress. And you're seeing that more and more, especially with young athletes, because the idea of specializing in an athlete has become all the rage. And as a result of that, You have kids that are playing one sport year round, which more and more evidence is showing that's not a great idea. And just the stress of it, it's become hugely, it's become a money making venture for many
Adults.
adults, and um, the travel teams, that's become sort of the way that people are trying to make a name for themselves, is in the travel. And I don't have any judgment on that. You got to do what you got to do, but it's a lot of pressure on the kids. I'll have kids that'll disappear for 4 or 5 days at school because they're in some sort of travel tournament, like in California or Hawaii or wherever. And that goes back to the time. The next thing on that list is time and energy drain, is the amount of dedication it takes. If you're going to be a top level athlete, you put your heart and soul into not just the practicing of the sport, but the training of your body that goes before, during, after the recovery. There's more and more evidence about how important training and recovery are, and that adds to that load. The next one is toxic culture and exclusion, and this is huge. Both the toxic culture is both within teams and outside of teams. So um, it's interesting because I felt really lucky because I liked the majority of my teammates when I played when I was younger. When I got to Eastern and I played soccer at Eastern, I really couldn't say that. That was the first time I didn't particularly like my teammates. Um, but that can be a thing. That can be one of those things where themselves, there's the hazing that goes with um, sports teams. There's that exclusion that can happen. That if you're on a team, especially girls can be like this. They're like, "Oh, you're not the cool girl, so we're going to invite everybody to our party, but not you." That sort of thing. So it can be it can be cliquey and clingy and clannish, and that is not necessarily a healthy thing.
Cult.
Unequal cult.
Cult.
It is. Yeah. There's every there are cults everywhere. Sports is a cult.
Mhm.
Unequal access and cost, and this is a big one, and it's becoming more and more so. And this really came up as a thing for the United States women's soccer team, because you were seeing a lot of women that were being chosen for this team that had lots of access to the clubs, the travel, that sort of thing, and that there was a lot of accusations that the United States Women's Soccer Association was ignoring athletes that were minorities, or they didn't have access to those big tournaments or those travel teams. And that is true. There's a lot of players who are left behind because they can't afford the costs of playing. That idea that you play recreational anything anymore is kind of out the window. You can play recreational sports still, but obviously it means you're not serious, and there aren't colleges looking for that. Like it or not, college sports has become massive in terms of its scale, of not just bringing in money to the NCAA, but it's huge when it comes to bringing money to athletes now, with the NIL money that comes in, with the fact that athletes can go NIL. Schools will be funded by their alumni associations to make sure athletes are getting paid. There's a huge market in social media for athletes. Many of them have massive followings, and there's a ton of money to be made because of those followings. So, and then finally, the really bad part of sports that I'm seeing more than anything is the rise of the gambling app. You see everything now is those sports gambling, online sports betting, the apps. I can't think of the names because I hate them so much. You're seeing people that's all they do during a sports, is that they talk about it constantly. I have students in high school that are using these apps. They're not supposed to be. You're supposed to be 18 or older, but that doesn't necessarily stop that from happening. And you're also seeing the rise of harassment of athletes because of these sports apps. So, like, let's say you're a college athlete and you miss a free throw, and all of a sudden somebody loses money on that free throw, or on the game score, or on a parlay or whatever. People are finding ways to intimidate athletes. They're dropping into their social media. They're going onto their Venmo and asking for money because they lost money because of a play that was made or not made. And so that's the really bad, nasty, toxic culture that has grown as a result of things like fantasy football and these gambling apps. So that's not great. That's not great. So there you go. All right. So let's talk about what's happening in sports right now. Of course, you've got the big things are these three things. We've got the college football playoffs, we have the NFL playoffs, National Football League, and we have the upcoming Winter Olympics. So, for the purposes of this particular broadcast, we're going to talk about the NFL playoffs and just sportsing in general. If you're not a big sports lover, it can be sort of it can be sort of like, I have no interest in this. but you still end up getting dropped into the sports culture in some way, shape, or form. So this is your survival guide of how to get through it. Okay? Okay, here we go.
Excellent.
All right. So, today's content is for people who don't love sports. So if you love sports, you can join in if you want, but this really is for those people who don't love them so much. All right, it's sort of a survival guide. So if you want to, so you may if you love sports, um, you might just want to go back and look at the episode we do about baseball because that's for sports lovers. This is for not for sports lovers. Okay. All right. With that said, let's go ahead and jump into this. Okay. So let's say you're stuck in sportsing hell. Now what? I feel there are four main sportsing hells. Here they are. Sportsing hell number one for people who don't love sports is you get roped into to attending a live sporting event. I know. It can happen. It happens. Next, being stuck at a sports bar. I'm thinking of you, Burdick's Downtown. The new Burdick's Downtown is really nice. They've got a nice menu and a fantastic bar. And their TVs are so big, I swear to God, they're going to send somebody into an epileptic seizure just walking by on the sidewalk. Okay. The TVs are so big and so bright, and there's so many of them. It is sensory overload without setting foot in that restaurant. Number three, you're stuck at a Super Bowl party or any sort of sports party. And number four, one of your good friends is married to an overbearing sports splainer. I'll get to what that is in a minute. So I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through each sports hell and give you a list of advice of how to get through it. And do you have any questions before we begin?
I have been in all of these situations as somebody who does not appreciate sports ball. Yes, it is hell. So I'm gonna grab one of my capybaras.
Okay.
And go ahead, Jenny.
Okay, let's start with strategies for each hell, and let's go ahead and start with getting roped into attending a live sporting event. Okay, I'm a sports lover, and I don't necessarily love live sports because of other people. Okay, hell is other people. There we go. So if you get roped into a live sporting event, these are my advice. Here we go. Number one, lean into the venue food. Okay, that's my best and most important advice. It doesn't matter where you go, professional, high school, you travel, whatever. There's always something good. At worst, you'll end up with stadium nachos with sweet, sweet Chos. For those of you who are not familiar with Chos, Chos is that liquid cheese that used to be cheese or it wants to be cheese, and it's past tense Chos self. Okay. B, for some reason, stadium hamburgers and hot dogs are really delicious. I don't know. They're probably cooking them in, year-old grease or, 5-day-old hot dog water, but they're really good. I don't know what it is. So, you can always find some weird local delight. For example, Seattle, at the Mariners games, they put cream cheese in their hot dogs. They do these cream cheese loaded hot dogs. I'm like, I would eat that. The tiramisu helmet from Yankee Stadium, which means it's a tiramisu cup that comes in a Yankees plastic helmet, like they did the old, the Sundays. Cotton candy fries from your Toronto Blue Jays. Daddy Mac Dog from it's a mac and cheese hot dog from the Houston Astros. That sounds very Texas. The S'more Quesadilla brought to you by the Philadelphia Phillies. And there's usually some local selling some delicious thing outside the stadium. And I'm thinking of you, Burrito Lady, outside of Coors Field in Denver. So good, man. Just a cooler and a dream.
That's the only reason I end up usually I end up at like some sort of Tigers game about every fifth year. And I'm like, you know what? I'm always like, when can we leave? How much is parking? And I need an extra $100 so I can eat whatever I want.
Absolutely. Now, Ann, let me give you some tips on going to a baseball game. Number one, always go late. Don't show up until at least the second inning. I think actually the third. So what you do is you go to the bar, you hang out at the bar, you watch a couple innings at the bar, and then you go to the game. And then as soon as the seventh inning stretch is over, leave.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you only need 5 innings of baseball as far as I'm concerned. Okay. And then finally, tailgating food also tastes better than regular food. And there are no rules when it comes to tailgating food. It could be 7 o'clock in the morning and you could be sitting there with a thing of cheese fries and a beer. You're good. Yeah.
Exactly.
So those things are important. Or you could bring a book like Ann Brothers. Yep.
The funny thing is, like, when I go to a Tigers game, it's usually with my sister, and I always bring a book, and people are like, if you're reading, a ball could hit you. And I'm like, I'm sitting next to Janice Brothers. She's going to catch it because she's Janice Brothers, and of course she's going to catch the ball. So I never worry about it, but I always, always bring a book.
Yeah, if you're gonna take your eye off the ball or the puck, then you need to have somebody that can catch and is always watching the ball or the puck by your side.
Exactly.
And if that person goes to the bathroom or goes to get a beer, you put the book down and you
You
wait
know
for
what?
them to come back. Yeah,
When you go get to the bathroom or the beer, Genny, I go with you because I'm tired of sitting there and I need something else to eat.
that's true. That's true. Okay, very good. All right, so that's how you survive the first hell. Lean into the food. That's my best advice. Okay.
Yeah.
Number 2, you are stuck at a sports bar. All right. For starters, you need to hope that you end up at a sports bar that has a good menu. So, for instance, the New Burdick's has a great menu. You can't go wrong there. If you end up at Buffalo Wild Wings, there's not much I can do for you. That's all I can say. And everybody ends up there at some point, it feels like to me. Okay. However, if you do not end up at a BW's, if you do end up at a BW's, there's still some fun things that you can do. I'm sorry, it's B-dubs. Number 1, you can start by asking, or better yet, bribing the bartender, and have them turn to your at least one TV to one of the following channels: Lifetime, the Hallmark Channel, the History Channel, because there's going to be some nerdy documentary on Animal Planet, Puppy Bowl. Anyone? Okay, fun fact: there's actually going to be a Michigan dog from the Southwest Michigan Animal Shelter (SPCA) who is going to be part of Puppy Bowl this year. Let's go!
Nice.
I know. My Lottery Dream Home.
I love that one.
Yeah, that My Lottery Dream Home is basically some dude that he consults people who have won the lottery on how to fix up their home and make it fantastic.
Exactly.
So, yeah. So that's always fun because it pisses when you ask if you ask the bartender to change at least one channel, somebody will always grumble about it. But then after a while, everybody's always like, dude, do you think they're going to get married? Do you think she's going to go ahead and help him run the Christmas tree farm? That sort of thing.
Exactly. Oh, look and you're watching watching baby puppies and baby kittens do fun little cute things.
Yeah, nobody can resist that. So you've got this 300-pound, heavily bearded dude who was watching football is now like, oh, look at it's a Yorkie.
Exactly.
I love those dogs. Yeah. So okay, you can watch that show. Okay, this is the last one. You could have them change it to that one show where that doctor pops people's pimples, and that is a real show. It's called Doctor Pimple Popper. And no, I have never watched it because why would I ever watch that? Because it's fucking gross. Jesus Christ.
Oh, amazing.
What? Every time I keep thinking we can't sink any lower as a society, then I hear about the stuff that's on television or the stuff that people are watching on YouTube. And I'm like, oh, that's why we're in this fucking mess. Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right, good talk. Okay, now the next thing that you could do if you're stuck at a sports bar is to watch all of the people around you lose their minds because they just lost a bunch of money that they didn't really have on one of the sports betting apps. Debtor's prison, here we come. Or you can watch people lose their minds because their fantasy players suck so much. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And if you want to, you can jump in and be like, oh, yeah, me too. My fantasy team just blows. Can you believe that? They're all injured because, it's always like, oh, people, when they have fantasy football teams, they grumble about the injuries because once your player's injured, then you have to go get more players or make trades. Ugh. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway. Okay. Number 4, you could bring a book like Ann Brothers. Yeah.
And then people will tell you, I've never seen anybody bring a book to a bar before. I'm like, you've never seen a book.
Touche.
Touche.
All right, so that's how you survive a sports bar. Hell, again, lean into the food unless you're at B-dubs, and then just hope that it's over quickly. So, okay.
Yeah.
Number 3, and this is my
Definitely
favorite.
watch Dr. Pimple Popper at B-dubs.
Gross. Yeah. Okay. Number 3, and I think this is the one that we see most people end up with. You end up stuck at a Super Bowl party or any sort of sports party because people love them a sports party. And the Super Bowl is probably the sports party of all sports parties because the Super Bowl is practically a national holiday. In fact, I would give almost anything if they would put the Super Bowl on Saturday because Super Bowl Sunday is stupid. because the game doesn't start till usually like 7:30 at night, and it takes forever. And the halftime shows this glitzy thing, and they do coverage all day. And by the time this game is finally over, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. It's the dumbest thing ever. So please, NFL, please, Saturday.
Come on, be cool.
Okay, and again, the first strategy for surviving a Super Bowl party or any sort of sporting party is to again lean into the food. It's a Super Bowl party. There are going to be so many chips and dips there. So many chips, so many dips. So, yeah. Next, you need to bring an ass load of $1 bills with you and start calling out $1 bets on everything. People lose their minds for that shit. I'm like, oh, dollar says it's going to go over 2 minutes for the national anthem. And like, people like start whipping out their money. So, it's a great way to get people involved, and it's again kind of fun just to figure out what you want to bet on ahead of time. So note, if you do this, you may or may not lose all of your ones, or you might walk out of there with more ones. It's gambling. Don't blame us. You grown. Okay, good. All right. All right, next. You can go full Mystery Science Theater 3000 on the game, which will drive people insane, and it's fun. So if you've never seen Mystery Science Theater 3000, the concept was this. It's this guy who's trapped on a planet with two other robots, and they sit, and all they can do is watch old stupid sci-fi movies. So the three of them, they're showing the movie, and you see these three little silhouettes, and it's just this guy and these robots making stupid comments about the movie the whole time, and it's funny. So Ann Brothers, who is an expert at we'll call it sarcastic commentary, this one's for you. Okay.
Yeah, and I do get myself in trouble. I do get banned from watching games at my brother-in-law's house because I make too many snarky comments. So I can't tell you how many times I've told people to calm down, don't start sucking each other's dicks yet, and then the Detroit Lions do something stupid.
Yes. You've also made many comments about the players' costumes and how good they look in their costumes.
Exactly. I'm like, why would you choose that blue costume on that orange background? That is a terrible choice.
Yeah.
Who put their red hat in yellow?
Exactly. So sharpen your verbal knives because this is your time. This is your time to shine. And the good news is, too, if you keep it up long enough, people are going to A, ask you to leave, and B, never ask you back. So you're welcome. So now you don't have to worry about going to that coworker who you kind of know their Super Bowl party that they felt obligated to ask you to. Okay. You should find the other football haters in the room and have some sort of group therapy session in the kitchen, which usually means you're just going to talk shit about people watching the game. So there you go. Okay, this is an important one. You need to know all of your football cliches, or at least 5 good cliches, so that you can be like, oh yeah, because if you don't feel like going full Mystery Science Theater 3000 and you want to make a good impression for whatever reason, you could say things like, yeah, you know what, defense does win championships after all. Man, they just got to establish the run. Now, Ann, you try it. Now you.
Okay. They just need to establish the run.
Good. Okay, good. All right.
You gotta take the points there.
Good. Okay. Okay.
He's coaching scared, man. Coaching scared.
Yep.
His clock management is terrible.
Good. Oh, Ann Brothers, you're natural at this. Now, there's obviously more. Oh, wait, hang on.
Poor tackling. Gotta wrap him up.
Good. Yeah, and I think you could absolutely pull this off. Good work. Good work. So, yeah, if you could just do some things like that, be like, oh, I can't believe they missed the holding call right there. It was obviously holding. Yeah. Yep. So if you could just do things like that, then you're golden. So that's number 6. You could show up either decked out in a tuxedo or some sort of glam gown because you thought it was an Oscar party.
Oh, amazing.
So yeah. So again, as far as surviving Super Bowl party hell, there you go. You just got to again lean into the food, have some fun with it, bring those ones. You can make anything fun if you try. All right. Let's go to our 4th. One of the good friends is married to an overbearing sports explainer. Number 1 is to steer any sports talk to something else. This is what I mean. For example, if the overbearing sports explainer is droning on about how the Detroit Tigers had an epic post All-Star collapse, you can steer the topic towards something Tiger related. For instance, wow, Joe, that's so sad. it's kind of like how tiger populations worldwide are collapsing under the weight of habitat loss, deforestation, and illegal poaching. Yeah, I guarantee that sports planner is going to be like, dude, she's a total sports boner killer. And then they're going to move on to someone that gets it, man. So there you go.
Mhm.
And number 4, you can bring a book like Ann Brothers. So
Yeah. Exactly.
yeah. So, okay, those are the ways that you two can survive the 4 sports hells. And what kind of questions do you have about these 4 strategies?
I think I've used them all. I have to admit, my big one, of course, is to bring a book. And then when something isn't like going well, to say something snarky, to really like dig it into the people who are truly committed. And then go back to my book. So,
right.
Or if I'm at a live sporting event, to yell something inappropriate at exactly the wrong time. And I was like, isn't that right?
Well, and it's funny you should say that because if all of your sportsing strategies don't work and you end up miserable, then you have one last really amazing go-to. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
And that amazing go-to is that you can simply start kicking up an amazing round of butt mascot. Okay, let's talk about the rules of butt mascot. The rules are simple. Number 1, you say the city of the name of the team. So, for instance, Las Vegas. So try it.
Las Vegas.
Then you say the word butt.
Las Vegas, butt.
Then you say the name of the mascot, in this case, the Raiders. Put it all together.
Las Vegas Butt Raiders.
That's right, Las Vegas Butt Raiders. There we go. And you can do it with everyone. And do another one.
Minnesota, Butt Vikings.
The Minnesota Butt Vikings. Fantastic. Good. It is. It is. Would you like to try another one?
Pittsburgh Steeler Butts.
Butt Steelers?
Pittsburgh Butt Steelers. That's amazing.
It is amazing. It never gets old. And the Chicago Butt Bears. What can I say?
Yeah, I was gonna say, who are the Rams? Who are the Butt Rams now?
The Los Angeles Butt Rams. So yeah.
Los Angeles Butt Rams. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you've had a couple of beers, or if you smoked a little bit of weed and you're feeling a little bit, or if you've taken a gummy, that game is like literally fun for the whole family.
Ooh,
so
some
yes.
Butt Pirates, yeah.
Yes, the Butt Pirates. Yep, very good. So yeah, and it doesn't. You don't have to limit it to the NFL. You can bring in any sports league, any college team. It's fun for the whole family, and you're welcome. You're welcome. So yeah.
That is a fun game. I have played that game.
Yes. Scott Screws, I want to thank you for this. This goes way back to my college days. Scott Screws introduced this to me when I was, in fact, high. So there we go.
Oh, so
because
funny.
there was a time in my life when I did that sort of naughty thing. So there you go. So
the Butt Broncos. Yeah.
Oh, the Butt Broncos. Yes. Well done. Yeah. You're going to keep coming back to that. So there you go. All right. All right. Now it's the time on our show when it's time for Ann Brothers to pick the winners. So you only have to make 3 picks. Okay.
Okay.
Because, of course, we have the national championship happening is it 3 picks? Maybe it's 4 picks. I can't remember. It's 3 or 4 picks. But all you have to do, based on any criteria that you would like, because I know you don't know a thing about any of these teams, you're going to pick the winner. Okay?
Okay.
So I'm going to show you some information about the game. I'm going to show you the team helmets. And based on those things, you tell me who you think is going to win. Because we already had some games. We had 2 games last night. We had the Packers, we had the Bears versus the Packers. Oh, the Chicago Butt Bears against the Green Bay Butt Packers. Yep.
Awesome.
And the Bears made an amazing comeback and ended up beating the Packers. That was the other game was the Rams versus the Carolina Panthers. The Butt Panthers. That's
Butt
fun.
Panthers. Yeah.
So last night we had Chicago and Los Angeles winning and moving on to the next round. This afternoon we had Buffalo beating the Jaguars. Sorry, Jaguars. Duval.
I don't know what that means. Please don't explain.
No, it's really simple. The Jacksonville Jaguars Jacksonville is in Duval County in Florida. That's all.
Oh.
Yeah. So when you hear Jason Mendoza screaming Duval, that's what he's doing. He's calling out Duval because that's what they do in Jacksonville. Because it's Jacksonville. Jacksonville. All right, good. Okay. So here's pick number one. It's the
Okay.
College Football National Championship game, which will be on Monday, January 19th, 2026 at 7:30 p.m. at Hard Rock Stadium in Florida. Here we go. The Miami Hurricanes versus the Indiana Hoosiers
Okay, it's called the Hard Rock Stadium.
in Miami, Florida. So it's practically a home game for the Hurricanes.
Practically. Oh man. Well, I grew up like 3 miles from the Indiana border, and I hate Indiana.
Okay.
I've never been to Miami. It's hot.
Okay.
Indiana
Yes.
people aren't used to hot weather in January. I'm going for Miami.
All right, Anne's making a weather-based humidity decision, and Anne, that's actually a really good pick because you see that it happens all the time during the November, the October, November months that teams go down to play the Miami Dolphins, the Butt Dolphins, and they end up withering in the heat and humidity of Miami. So that's actually a solid strategy for picking a winner here, Ann Brothers. High five yourself. You've deserved it. All right, you've heard it here first. Ann Brothers puts her sportsing acumen to work, and she chooses the Miami Hurricanes over the Indiana Hoosiers by some score.
But
Okay.
yeah, by something.
By something. Okay, good. All right, here we go. Our
Do
next
not
pick.
Venmo me if you lose betting.
Yeah, if you lose betting, that's your fault for betting. It's called betting.
And my fault, and your
Gambling.
fault for listening to me.
Yes, that is correct. All right, so we have wild card game number 5. So this is the game so right now, this game is going on right this second. So there's 7 minutes and 22 seconds left in the third quarter. I'm not going to tell you the score because I'm looking at the score right now, but it is oh no, that's not. So right, I didn't have you betting on this game. So right now, I'm not going to have you doing the 49ers and the Eagles because this game is already in progress, even though people can still bet. So tonight's game. So you have a game tonight with the Los Angeles Chargers, the Butt Chargers, versus the New England Patriots.
Ooh, some New England Butt Patriots.
The New England Butt Patriots. Okay. So, all right. So here we go. Knowing nothing about the teams except their colors and logos.
Where are they playing?
They are playing in New England.
I really like the dove gray New England Patriot helmet. I think it's very classic. And, classic, you want something that is going to be form and function for years to come. I mean, if you're going to spend the money that people spend on those costumes, you should definitely have one that you can continue to use year after year. And because we know that the New England are historically a stingy, tightwad group of people, I think it's going to be New England. And Los Angeles is so, flaky. I think definitely the New England Protestant work ethic is really going to kick in, and they're going to win this game.
Okay, you've heard it here first. Anne going with the classic gray scape and those stingy New Englanders at home over the flaky, warm weather, sun-kissed Los Angeles Chargers.
With their crystals and all of that. So yeah, I think the Protestant work ethic is really going to make a difference in this game.
Okay, well there you go. I think again you've applied some sound strategy to picking game number 2, and I believe this is the last game I have for you to pick, Ann Brothers. It's actually a game that's being played tomorrow night. It is Monday, 1/12 at 8:15 p.m. Eastern. We have the Houston Texans versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. In Pittsburgh. It is in Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
I know. A newer franchise, historically, the Houston Texans, formerly, I can't remember where they were, formerly Houston, I don't know, Astros, whatever. The Oilers, Houston Oilers, that's what they were years ago. Now they're the Texans. Yes.
That would have been funny. The Houston Butt Oilers, that would have been really funny. Yeah, that's hilarious.
Agreed.
Yeah, the Butt Oilers playing the Butt Steelers. Man, they're so greasy, you wouldn't be able to hold on to anything. Having said that, I'm voting for Houston. I think Houston will get the most votes. When do I
Okay.
call to vote, Genny?
Wait. It's not really like that. It's not like American Idol Land. It's like they play the game, and then whoever wins the game like scores the most points, things like that. So
Okay.
yeah, it's
Well,
not.
I'm still
There's not gonna
voting
be
for
any.
you.
Okay, yeah, yeah. There's no number for you to call. So okay. So anyway, Anna's voting for Houston. Anna's picking Houston based on the fact that she just really wants them to win because they used to be the Oilers. So there
Yeah,
you go.
I think they're the funniest. I think they're the. Yeah, I think they're the funniest.
Okay. Well, there you go. There you have it. Whew. So yeah, go ahead and pick either ESPN Bet or whatever other gambling app there are. If you don't know what the gambling apps are, all you have to do is Google gambling app, and then like 65 of them will show up on your phone. In fact, just talking about it with my phone nearby, I'm literally going to get advertisements from on my phone now from every gambling app ever.
I'm gonna check my phone right now to see if I have any.
Yep.
Yeah. So.
Yep.
Mhm.
There you go.
Ooh,
Yeah, don't do that.
slippers. Ooh, cheeseburgers. Sorry.
It's cozy cheeseburger time.
Mhm.
So I love that for you. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so Anne, I think we're there. I think we've done a really good job. So now the good news is, you guys, if you as we close up, we're hitting here the 51-minute mark. If you need more sporting things to talk about, don't worry. If this is exactly what you wanted to hear this week, the Winter Olympics open on February 6th, and we will have plenty to say about the Winter Olympics and all things Olympics. 3 weeks of Olympicing. I do love the Winter Olympics. It's a great way to distract. This year, the Olympics are coming to you from, I believe, Vancouver, Canada. So there you go. There you have it. So here it is. All right, folks, you've done it again. You've spent nearly an hour learning things about stuff with the brothers, sisters. Today, you learned about how to survive some sort of sports situation when you do not enjoy sporting situations, and how to make things more fun for you or less fun for others, which is also more fun for you. You've also heard Ann Brothers pick the winners for this week's remaining NFL games and the College Football National Championship. If you don't know who she picked the Miami Hurricanes, and she picked some other things that I don't remember. So wait.
You know what, Jenny? I don't remember either.
Oh, wait, I got this. You picked the Indiana Hoosiers. You picked the Patriots. No, you picked the Miami Hurricanes. You picked the Patriots.
Uh-huh.
You picked the Houston Texans, and we taught you how to play the butt mascot game, which is the most fun game ever. So yeah, thanks for spending some time with us. I'm going to go ahead and bring us. Oops.
One that's lost.
Both out.
Yeah.
There we go. I got you.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, we are back. Thank you very much again. We love you guys. So just remember, you guys, we want to hear you. If you have comments, questions, or concerns about tonight's content, we want to hear from you. We want to hear your questions, concerns, comments, and confessions. For instance,
we also want to hear, Jenny. I think we also want to hear if you have a local team that you would like to play the butt game with. Please feel free to leave it as a comment, because that would be funny.
Yes, I would agree, for sure, because there's a lot of sports teams out there who deserve the butt mascot treatment. So there you go.
They do.
All right. Hey, let's turn this on. Oops, that's the wrong one.
That's hello. We're saying goodbye.
I know we got to say goodbye. So anyway, remember, you can support us for free simply by leaving a review on Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music. Supporting us is absolutely free. Hey, you should join us next week when we are joined by entertainment expert Chip Maley for our action-packed review of Greenland 2, The Migration. That's right, our fascination with Gerard Butler continues. And Greenland 1 was so good that they made another one. Anyway, I'm Janice Brothers, and with me is my sister.
And brothers.
That's right. We want you to get out there and do something smart, do something dumb, do something fun. We are out of here.